Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. Here we all are, we made it somehow, just. We're back in the same spot. Everyone's mic and webcam is temporarily working. So it gives us at least a good 30-40 seconds of uninterrupted quality audio. So I'm excited about that this week. Introductions, as per normal. Joined by the regular cast, the man who looks confused and a little angry. That's Steve from the JoINrbs streaming and YouTube.
Kevin thought it was him.
The man
For
who
sure thought it was Kevin as well.
It really could have been any of us.
the man who is confused and also looks confused is Kevin, who I'm supposed to introduce this week as an adult film stuntman. You know, right? I read that. So every week his wife texts me an intro to do for him, and that was the one this week. And I was walking along and just suddenly burst out laughing in the middle of the street as I read that. So I thought it was a particularly good one. Dolphin from DolphinChemist Twitch channel. Yeah, there he is. Look, and Bernie's here with us too, right?
He's hiding.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Dolphin, I don't want to be the one to say this, but maybe another webcam, and in the meantime, just turn off yours and we can just get a cam of the dog.
That would work. He'd make a good barbarian. Arc-barian.
Hey, a cage cam for Bernie.
That's right. And then our esteemed DM, Adam from Altf Four Gaming. Cheers. And of course, me, FilthyRobot, the most jovial of the crew, the cast here. So, Seven, you're doing the confused thing again. We already passed introductions. You don't need to keep doing that.
It's just us fretting about the whole jovial thing.
Yeah. So a recap of last episode. I think we're following some idiot doing idiot things and fighting idiot monks, if I remember correctly. Is that about recap last episode?
Oh,
One of
yeah.
our
it was
It
idiots
recaps
died.
a lot of the last episodes, but yeah, let's go.
The triumvirate of idiot. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then what did they do? The one teleported away.
I think it was
That's right. They
the
tried to
perfect
turn
storm of idiot.
They tried to turn me into stone.
and then teleport out, which I think is the greatest mechanic ever. As if you're a one-off bad guy and like you're normally just your normal route's you're gonna do 4 to 7 damage and die. Like it's
Dumb.
much better to cast a potentially lethal curse and then just disappear. I think as like an annoying thing you could do, that's pretty high up the list.
It sounds like a monster out of a children's fairy tale. He just teleports around, turning little children into stone on a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's how they teach fractions these days, right?
Yeah, exactly. The stone fairy is its 9 children.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 in 3 of these. Yes, I like that idea.
It's like on a poster. Have you seen this child? It's been turned to stone.
All right, so where are we at? What do we
Think
see?
of
Yeah, you guys are just.
We know the
reeling
time.
from
It's
a large
clearly
battle.
day 5, 7:15. Exactly.
No, it's 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. Underground.
What do you mean it's
However,
7:15?
It's
right
nine.
there?
It's 1915.
Yeah. Do any of us
Yeah, I can
have
read.
keen sense as a feat? Because I'm not sure we should know exactly what time it is. That's pretty.
Yeah, maybe you could give us 3 times, and we could choose 1/3 of them to use each time.
Yeah.
Does keen sense deal damage? Filthy might have it.
Yeah.
It's on your
Tells you
intro
which
round.
way is north.
I read keen. I thought it was referring to my arrows, so I took it. As a feat.
Yeah. That's your first mistake.
It's funny you say it because keen in Pathfinder used to increase your critical range chance.
Oh my god, I'm definitely taking this next.
You could have a keen blade and it would crit more often.
All right.
The first thing we see is Brother Tyne riding through a forest. It is very overcast, and he is coming to a very large clearing where there is a very large white ruin that seems to be crumbling. In front, there is a small cleric sat, very confused, puzzled. As the horse arrives, they seem to be in conversation. As the flow of words seems to be that this cleric has been lost in this woods for many days. He believes it to be magical. He's been going around in circles. The woods are very thin in diameter, and he knows that and has been here many times before, and yet he has never been able to reach the edge of this forest. And is now concerned that Brother Tyne is here, and that they may both be trapped. And we see them both approaching the ruin, and as the camera sort of moves away, just barely visible from the edge of the rock, we can see a symbol of Moradin on the side.
So Moradin's confusing them? Or the truly blessed of Moradin are confused always?
It's a virtue.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Confusion. The dwarven religion. I can see that.
It's not a flaw.
And I didn't
It's a
realize
feature.
Kevin was role playing when we initially introed. I
Yeah.
assumed Kevin, you're
I was already in character. I was already
You
in
know what?
character.
This sounds fantastic. Can we go find these magical woods and get trapped in them? Because that might be the only way to even further prolong our trip to the Spire.
I was
think about it.
Let's go spend 18 sessions in the woods.
Oh, you know what the spire can be? I've just had a great idea.
I was scowling and confused because I was role playing.
Oh.
All right.
So yeah, we find the party after a bloody combat, and after Dolphidius has almost turned to stone, and yeah, lots of bloodshed, lots of running, lots of fighting.
Oh, and that's right. I got chewed into little nibbles with one bite of that thing.
You did.
No,
Yeah.
it took
That's-
3 less. It was just
50.
Yeah.
It was 47 instead of 50. I remember. Yeah.
It was
That's important.
46.
I think that's what
That's
it was.
typical Kevin.
I know.
Exaggerating what he did in the fight.
Unlike anyone else
Unbelievable.
in this party. No.
I don't even remember what I did in the fight.
Yeah.
You did the cool thing where you ran into the room with the mage and jumped over the wall of dwarves and stuff.
Yeah, and Filthy did the brave Sir Robin and
Yeah.
boldly ran away.
Are we ever
Sir Eldrin, thank you very much.
Yeah, Eldrin did come back in the end. He's just.
Oh, did he? Okay, I thought maybe.
I'm not sure whether is Filthy's character just in that room, or did you go in and lie down on the bed? I feel like that's what Chakolth would have done. But
No.
maybe Eldrin-
I'm in the room. I was looking for the mage.
Yeah, he hasn't actually made it to the room of the battle yet. He made it halfway down the hall, which was further than he ever made it before.
To be fair, I mean, we're each doing our role. You were taking damage and running around uselessly. I was killing things. We're all doing what we're supposed to be doing here.
Oh, you can finally roll initiative if you want.
Kevin. All right, here we are. We've survived. No one is stoned.
How's everyone feeling resource-wise? Should I be casting Tiny Hut right now?
I think a
I'm
small
feeling.
hut would be nice.
I can get tiny.
Well,
All right.
we're missing our friend.
Oh, we should go rescue our friend. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that nice blade. I mean, do you think the creatures that kill her will take the blade?
She's probably
Probably.
fine.
I don't know why you guys believe this to be some sort of super rapier.
Oh my god, it's super rapier. Let's go.
Some kind of super rapier.
Some sort of super rapier.
Wasn't it inscribed with runes and glowing and
It
like?
crits
No.
on a 19. That's what
No,
my
it doesn't.
character knows.
She
I'm going
crits on a
to-
19.
With the
It
rapier.
crits on a 19.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she
how-
does, regardless of the as long as she's using a finesse.
I saw the
Maybe.
rolls.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I think he's trying to keep us from the super rapier.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to go this
I
way?
agree.
Yo, you got any owl style things to maybe look? Okay.
Do I? Yes, I do.
Like an
My
owl?
owl is looking right
Right.
now up there.
Some
My owl is looking.
I'm
The
gonna
passage
summon-
ahead leads to a subterranean chasm spanning a zigzagging 10-foot wide stone bridge with no railings. The bridge links tunnels leading north and south. The chasm floor is 50 feet below the bridge and consists of a jumbled mass of boulders. To the west, the chasm narrows and continues for some distance.
Is this relayed back?
Via owl.
Sure, yeah. I'll tell
Is
you.
this so? There's nothing.
There are a lot of
Does the owl
holes
use the
in the
same number
floor.
of words?
I just see what it sees
Oh.
in my mind, so it doesn't use words at all.
Do any of us have that?
Actually, I can make you see what I see in your minds, so none of us have to use words.
Do you see what I see?
Yeah, because we can
Telepathically?
communicate telepathically, right?
That's true.
Does that mean whenever you see something, you just send it to Thaddeus, and Thaddeus narrates it for all of our minds?
Sure.
The passage leads to a subterranean chasm.
She's
about
a 7.
It is a long way down to the jumble of rocks. I suspect that it is at least 47 feet. And you hear
Still
Tim
yelling.
say-
Still yelling because you're a long way away from us, even though we're telepathically connected.
and Tim says, Don't exaggerate. It's only 46 feet.
But do we like see in their mind? You know how like certain things like stick out perceptionally differently? Like for Thaddeus, is it like when we see from him, is it like doors? Like he'll like be scanning the area just normal, then like door like zooms in and it gets way big in our view side as he shares telepathically. We can see that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So are we going up this way?
Yes,
So,
that's exactly how it happens.
Is that so? Is it just her? We don't see anybody else.
What's her name again? Do we even know her name?
Orna?
Orna?
Orna.
Did we ever ask her name? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
No, we just voted her into party leader, and then
Yeah.
Orna!
no,
Orna! That was great. Where are we going next?
Isn't she dead?
I
She
don't know.
is
Her
unconscious on the floor.
tokens right there. Oh, she's unconscious. Orna, wake up! You gotta lead us to the next fight.
Check for the rapier.
So as you
I
roll
would like
her
to check
over,
for the rapier.
okay, so as you roll her over, the rapier's in her hand, and it's like glowing blue, still, and there's
Glowing
like a
blue, not a
there's like a-
super weapon. Yeah, right.
claw mark. Well, your weapons glow. So
Does
Anyway,
it,
there's
does
like
it
a
seem
claw
to
mark
channel some
across the
sort of,
chest.
Like electricity around it.
no,
Is it like
just, like,
inscribed
blue.
with its maker's mark, and the maker's mark is Tesla?
does someone want to like I don't know, roll Arcana or something
Yeah.
on this blade? Or
I'd roll history.
I don't think you could. Well, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
okay. So I rolled a nat 1. What do I
It's a
find?
super weapon.
Okay, Dolphin, you know it's magical. Elvin would recognize this as
Am I sure?
a magical weapon that's essentially mechanically similar to a +1.
I tell Dolphin it's a super weapon.
And Bereatim knows it's a +1 rapier.
I believe the legends of old speak of this weapon.
I'm gonna pick it up carefully and hand it to Dolphin, with all of the like ceremony that would,
And I
be
kind of
entailed
step
in this
back,
action.
both like awed and a little scared.
Okay, I'll take it, and I'm gonna immediately turn around and try to ceremoniously hand it to somebody behind me.
Which would be Eldrin.
I do the same, and I slowly, since Thaddeus is not with us, I walk with hands outstretched slowly down the corridor until I reach Thaddeus, where I hand it to him.
Good stuff.
Where is Thaddeus? Oh, he's just in the room, right? Okay.
It's kind of
What
a long
the
corridor.
hell is that? What? Why have you handed me this finicky little blade?
No words, Thaddeus. And I hand it to him.
I could probably use that blade, but then again, I'm pretty sure Tim could make
Do
much
you
better
hand it
use.
back?
I already have one.
You already have one?
I have a +1 rapier already. Yeah.
Okay,
Once
so
you
I'll
get-
take it.
What do you do, Thaddeus, when I hand this to you?
Shouldn't someone sell this? I have no use of this flimsy artifact.
On my eyes go very wide when he rejects it, and then I turn and at the same pace walk back to Dolphin and present it back to him.
I'll go ahead and take it. I think I only have proficiency in daggers, so it'd be using it at penalty.
Well, then you could dual wield a rock and a rapier you're not proficient in.
I like my rock, dude. The rock rocks.
No. Okay. So do we
Is
just wanna leave
Orna
her to die?
alive? Yeah, is she alive?
Oh, I
She
could heal her.
seems to be breathing, but unconscious. Like,
How? I mean, there's no railing. How close is she to the edge?
quite close.
I want to
looks
check
like
her
this-
pulse.
Is it like?
Does
Looks
she
like
seem
what-
okay?
I'm gonna consider my options for how to bring her back as the party.
I'm also gonna watch Dolphidius and make sure he doesn't pull the dagger out.
I was gonna say, as the party healer and surgeon, I'm gonna consider my options while examining her.
triage?
Perception. Could I see what seems to be her problem?
Yeah, there's like a claw mark across her chest that
She,
wasn't there when you saw her earlier. It
she
seems to
definitely
Uh,
needs the whiteness.
If I roll 1 or below here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do surgery. Okay, I decide I'm gonna do cure wounds instead.
1 or below.
I have a -1 modifier
Yeah,
on
you
my,
do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it was a 10% chance.
so I'll go ahead and heal her, and that's plus spell casting modifier, which is wisdom, so 5. So she gets 11 back.
Holy crap, that's huge. How come every time you cast things on us, we get 4?
1 is my favorite.
Orna's the leader.
Right.
Yeah.
So she wakes up. you see her take a very quick intake of breath, and then like she immediately grabs a hold of Dolphidius' leg and like starts shivering, and then like slowly looks up at you, Dolphin, and says, "Is he gone?"
Nah, I'm still right here.
I say he's right there.
No. The man from
I'm going.
I say Stone Man is gone. Stone Man is gone.
Thaddeus killed him 47 minutes ago.
She seems to relax a little bit. And like her grip loosens, but she doesn't let go.
I'm going to wander into room 3 there. I have a suspicion that those are
looking
arrow
through an arrow
slits.
slit?
I can look through. Yeah, I think that there's. I think that there's arrow slits on the east and west wall, and I'm concerned.
How high up are the arrow slits? I'm trying to figure out. Do you have to like set tiptoes? Is this like a?
Thaddeus has to like jump.
I imagine like a
So,
kid
like,
trying to reach the cookie jar.
Yeah, so like keep hopping to see what he sees in that area.
You just see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Unless he,
probably
like-
what happens too. The first time, like, no one's gonna. I mean, even if they're like actively watching through us, the first time his head pops into view, they're gonna be like, "What?" And then it's gonna be the third time he pops up and gets an arrow in the face because they're gonna have time to prepare and like sort this out. Okay.
Unless you get, we get your box, Kevin, if you want.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna use.
come up here, and I'm going to
prestidigitation.
telepathically scream across the gulf there.
There are other areas back here that we have not explored. Are you just going to stand there?
I say, Orna, I know this is hard, but you're the leader. Pick a direction.
That's fair.
She doesn't respond.
Okay.
We're allowed to
I'll
rest
use
if you'd
some
like to.
prestidigitation and clean some blood off of her.
Okay, so she seems to like relax and calm down a bit. And at the word rest, she sort of nods her head slowly.
I start chanting Tiny Hut.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, you go too?
Not
sit
like the
back and
spell.
watch.
I'm just chanting Tiny Hut.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Do we want to do that here? I mean, this is. I suppose from a Thaddeus perspective, we can see our enemies coming here. So.
That's incredible. Sorry.
Chanting is part of my people's culture.
I'm gonna go back to the room that we killed the giant land shark in.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Not in the center of the causeway. That's
Neither
that's-
there nor between the arrow slits. No.
So she doesn't let go of your leg when you try and move, Dolphin? So like you're basically, are you going to drag her along as she's
Yeah.
holding onto you?
Get some strength checks going.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to roll a strength? Okay. You can kind of just drag her along slowly.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like hurt her or anything, but
That's
like
fine.
I'm gonna kind of like labor along a little bit. Sure.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm not gonna like kick her. Like I don't know. She seems like she's having a hard time. Just that's fine.
What are you doing, barbarian?
And Orna like looks around as if she's trying to find a barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a tiny hut.
Okay.
What
How long
color
does it take?
is the tiny
10
hut?
minutes.
Is Tim good enough at this so we have furniture in the tiny hut now as well? Is there like a couch?
Is there proficiency?
Yeah.
If
Can you upcast
you
Tiny Hut? To make
Carried
stuff
the
better?
couch.
I'm gonna go through this door and look
Goodbye.
both ways on that hallway.
It's gonna be.
You
awkward
can just
when
sleep in the little beds there.
Okay, Kevin's
Is
gonna
it
go
10
into
feet?
combat.
10-foot
Scouting
radius.
again. Ugh.
So 20 feet across.
Is it 20 feet?
Oh wait, we've got to be inside when this thing happens, don't we? Yeah. Okay.
Where do you want it?
Yeah, right there's fine.
Okay. And Kevin, you here?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Or not.
This
Get
party
inside.
This party doesn't get a lot of privacy, do we?
No.
She's
They're literally
She's
in our
inside.
head, and then when like a
well. I don't know. Okay, so I guess she kind of watches Tim like beginning to chant the spell, and like as the hut begins to sort of form,
she's on
she kind of
Dolphin's
looks
leg.
at. She like looks at you all like confused, and then like Dolphin sort of, as Dolphin's pulling her towards it, she kind of like lets go and like looks at it as if it's like not scary or intimidating, but like she's unsure and like she's never seen this kind of thing before.
Sure. Yeah, a fighter rogue's not gonna know a lot about tiny huts.
Get inside, you little imbecile.
I say, hey, don't sweat it. I know it'll help you relax. And I gesture to Tim, and I gesture the bone flute playing. Gonna play some bone flute for us, maybe?
I guess if
This is the first time we've had a female into our party, isn't it?
Oh, jeez. Are you worried it might be too seductive?
We don't need to get into the gender issues thing.
Yeah.
Just like 4 strange men making a tiny hut and going to sleep.
That's
I'm
kind
sure she's having a great day.
4 men in a tiny hut playing some bone flute. Just read about that. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm glad we're rescuing her. Okay. Is this a short rest or a long rest?
Have you had time for a long rest?
already?
I don't remember. When was the last time we?
It was before I cast Transmute Rock to Mud in the other dungeon. So it's been a little while. Might not have been 16 hours.
I don't think it's been
No,
16
it
hours.
was considerably before then. It was on the boat.
My
And then from
character's
the boat we had
offering
to
back rubs.
row up the river and then walk through the dungeons, then blow up the room.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you rested on the way here, then you
do
went.
the
Yeah.
fights.
Okay, so you could probably maybe do that. I guess.
I don't know. It's
I mean, don't we have like?
it probably
a
depends when we
moment-to-moment
rested on the
after,
boat.
I could definitely use a long rest.
I
If
thought
we're
we
not
had an
long
atomic
resting now,
clock.
we're not doing anything.
Like,
Sorry?
don't we have an atomic clock? Don't we know exactly down to the moment of what time it is?
I know what time it is now. I don't know what time you last rested.
Oh, I see. The atomic clock has no reference point. Awkward.
I mean, I could try and find that information. That might take a moment.
No.
No.
Or 10.
No.
I think you're right. So you sailed up, and then you went into the dungeon. You blew up
Yeah, I
that
think
room.
we're
You had
good.
some fights. You walked
Let's have a
around some
rest.
more.
We'll try to
So-
sleep. If we can't sleep, you'll let us know.
Do any of us have that, like, whatever that survival skill or whatever is, like, true reckoning, true direction, geographical knowledge?
Keen
I
Oh,
can't
sense.
I have
I
the
think-
that's what I was
Wander
thinking
one
about,
that remembers my maps for me.
I believe Keen Sense is the name of the feat, and it seems truly useless.
No, there's. I
I
thought
do
there
not
was,
have keen
No, it's
sense.
a
I
background.
have
It's
But the
I have
map-
this, Kevin. I have that.
It's a really dick move to take for some of the GMs, Dolphin, because it means the GM has to remember absolutely everything. Because you can be like, well, my character remembers everything flawlessly, so you should too.
Oh, Lord.
I took
So-
it once, it was funny.
Seems like the Wanderer should, like, as you look north down 3 here, or down 1, seems like you should be able to tell, like, are we looking toward the spire? Are we looking toward the north? Are we looking toward the monastery? Like, we should be able to start having a sense of, like, which things connect in which direction.
I think the answer that you get, have you ever asked someone who's like an expert at something that is related to their field, and they're just like, I have no I don't care. Yeah. That's sort of the response that you get. Tim's like, yeah, I probably should know that. And then he goes to sleep.
Does he sleep for a long time or a short
Yeah,
amount of time?
4 hours. Well, he
Okay.
Are
trances
we
for
able
4
to
hours.
guess from the way he lies down if that was a yes or a no? Like, does he
What,
like
like-
lie in like always pointing north or something?
Yes, I always point north. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
it's like prayer.
Have you heard of gyromancy?
Mm-mm.
There you go.
It's fortune telling by spinning around, and then however you fall on the ground, you get red like chicken bones. Truly. So he's probably some sort of version of a gyromancer.
I feel
where
like that's probably where
Oh,
blade
everyone's
dancing
frozen.
originated.
right. Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, everyone froze for a second there. I heard gyromancy, and then everyone just froze.
Yeah.
As foretold.
We're just trying to long rest. And Kevin's
Sure.
trying to get my character to find out things about the layout of dungeons, but I'm asleep.
Okay. Do you need watches in the hut? I don't think you do, right? Necessarily.
We could have them though.
Do we need what?
Put Orna on
Watches.
watch.
No, we have an atomic clock.
If
What?
if somebody came to attack us, would probably want to know.
Well,
They
they'd have
could
to
use
knock on
dispel
the hut,
magic
right?
on the.
They
They
would
could use
knock on
dispel
the-
magic on it.
It'd be awkward.
We can see
the
out
hut?
of the hut. We can see out of it. It's opaque from the outside, but we can see through it. It's like one-way glass.
All right,
Yeah,
so we'll take watches.
so they
right?
wouldn't even have a reason to know we were in here. They'd be like, "Hey, what's that?"
It's just a big thing.
It's a big dark globe.
Just a giant uniform dome.
Really, we should do this in like a room where that's the only thing that fits in the room, and then we should just close the door. And if they open it, it'd be like, what?
That would have been a great idea.
Yeah.
I made this one black as well, so they won't even see it if they're in the big room.
Oh wow, I
It's
feel a lot
black.
more badass.
We could have
No,
doused the lights, and then it could have been
Giant black
a black opaque sphere in a black room, and they would never have.
And Orna's scared of this. I have no idea why. I'd ask her to get inside of this magical giant black ball. We could have made it a fun color like orange.
Who are you talking about right now?
Orna.
I'm asleep.
I guess she's outside, right? Because no one convinced her to come in.
No,
She
she's
was on Dolphin's leg. We didn't convince her.
Oh, did you just dragged it? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I just tried.
I mean, no one's
Was she
convinced
like-
her to let
okay.
go
And
of
if she
Dolphin's
was
leg
like
yet.
kind of, if she's like trying to be on the, I kind of like move her inside a little bit, like.
Okay. I guess because you healed her, she's kind of trusting of you, so she reluctantly does that.
Is anybody keeping watch while I trance? I can do the
I'll do
last
first
two
watch.
watches as usual.
I think Thaddeus is always first watch. Isn't
Alright.
that what I said?
Then I'll do whatever watch is needed to facilitate this long rest.
Yeah.
Which, by the
see,
way, we're not role playing on a 1-to-1 moment. I don't think 1-to-1 time on the rest.
Thaddeus.
Yeah, just everyone
First
who's
watch.
watching do
That's
a perception roll
Perception.
in the order that you're doing it, if you can. Or
All right, so Kevin first, apparently.
all right. That's
Would
me.
you like to
First
go second
watch.
or third, Dolphin? Do you care?
I don't care.
Perception
second.
roll. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, your perception is good, Dolphin. Damn.
I got that good perception. I'm like a hawk. A hawk.
Barbarians have keen eyes. Not a keen mind, but a keen eye.
A keen sense.
So, Dolphin, during your watch, you hear like a very slow set of footsteps sort of down here in this direction, walking around, echoing sort of down this long corridor.
Okay, I just told the party there's the sound of footsteps echoing down a corridor. And I'm fairly
Not like coming, they're not like coming towards you. You could just kind of hear them
yeah.
at the same level.
Yeah. Probably.
I tell the group that I hear footsteps and I can't confirm or deny that it might be a boogeyman.
I think we're all asleep except for you.
I then just kind of say it again but quieter when I notice everybody's asleep.
Yeah, I guess we haven't told him the second part of being on watch. First part is you notice something. The second part is you wake people up. I guess we could explain
Yeah.
that next time.
Next time.
Well, except the second
I would
part is
already be
don't
out of the
wake everyone
trance
up.
by now.
I want to perceive how well
I would
everybody's
be awake
sleeping.
at this point.
I'm sleeping.
How well does everybody look like they're sleeping?
I'm already awake. I already stopped being asleep.
Okay, so Tim's awake. Tim can wake everybody else up, but
That's
I
okay.
perceive to see if everybody else is asleep and how well they're sleeping. and
After
I'm not gonna wake them up.
after Dolphidius points it out, you can hear it too. Again, it just sounds like something large is walking around in the south, but isn't coming towards you or anything.
I'm
It's
not
just-
gonna play my bone flute in the hut while other people are sleeping. It seems rude. But I am going to pull it out and sort of practice the fingerings of my favorite tunes, and I do it a little bit louder than I realize I am, so it's probably still irritating anyway.
Okay.
It is a little irritating.
All right, so we get full hit points. Is that true?
No, get half
Are
your
you
hit die back.
are you
don't
already proficient on Bone Flute?
Are
Are you already proficient on Bone Flute?
No, I haven't. I haven't
Do you
done
need
enough rolls
guidance?
for it yet.
A
A long rest gives you.
This
so
presumably
a long
isn't
rest. Does it?
Yeah, it gives you full hit points and half your hit dice.
Oh, I just wasted all of honors. Excellent. She's back on full.
Is that what's
That's
going
fine.
on over there? I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this, so I was just rolling all the dice. Whatever.
It's half, probably rounded down your hit dice, right? That you recovered.
Yeah.
Spells go
It is,
back up.
Okay.
And we got all of our spells. This is broken as hell. Long resting? Holy shit.
I know, right?
Just everything comes back?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
Feels a lot more ridiculous now that I'm like a level 9 character or whatever. When I was level 3, it was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've built a home here. We don't have to leave.
How long
And
does
as you
Tiny
say
Hut
that,
last?
it expires because it lasts
Yeah.
exactly 8 hours.
Yeah.
I look around.
So the last person goes, "Ah," and then the seal just goes. To which Ornus looks around and screams.
What?
How
I
close
scream
am
as
I-
well.
How close am I to them?
About within 20 foot, because you're inside the same hut.
All right. Can I like immediately put a hand over whoever's mouth is in reaching range as they start to shout?
You want to make a... So what's that, athletics or...
Yes.
I'm gonna roll performance to see how
about-
loud I
How about
scream when she
acrobatics?
screams.
It's not a strength based thing.
Sure.
This is just like how quickly can I react
Yeah.
to this?
I was thinking whichever one the dex one is, so yeah.
Sympathetic
So that's
screaming
fine.
is like a psychological thing, right?
So I have two hands. Am I close enough to Dolphin? Are they still on each other's leg? It's like orange.
I think she sleeps as close to Dolphin as possible.
Okay, so can I make another roll to see if I can get my other hand on the other mouth simultaneously?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you say you're screaming too, Steve?
Yeah.
As Dolphin does? Okay.
And I'm gonna make
Sympathetic
another
screaming.
roll to see if I can get my foot in Steve's mouth.
Okay.
All right, that's for the second one.
So, yeah, you kind of like lean over and immediately, stop Dolphin as well. And
All right,
I think
try to go for the third limb.
I think the
My
foot,
the contested performance versus acrobatics roll.
I think
believe
the
I
foot
won that
misses
one.
I was
Tim.
responding
Yeah.
to you first. The 28 was for you. The 14 was for.
No, because he started screaming third.
Oh, he did.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense.
unfortunately,
Okay. So
Tim gets to psychologically scream.
I can only stop 2 of our party members from giving us away.
Are you all doing this physically or telepathically? Because she's screaming physically.
I'm screaming physically.
I'm
Okay.
screaming physically as well.
Okay.
I am.
So
Oh, did you
yeah.
refresh the telepathic thing?
Yeah,
Do we
sure.
know? Do we know when it expires?
Do you know
I
when it
don't know
expires?
actually.
I refresh.
Fine, Moradin's crinkly balls, would you all please shut up?
I'm just glad I didn't say pustule. Just gonna point that out.
But it would be amazing, like mid-conversation, the telepathic link just expires and no one notices, and everyone just keeps thinking in their head, and everyone's like, why
Or
isn't he
like just
responding?
dolphins expires, but everyone else is still there and nobody. Yeah.
Why am I
So-
being ostracized?
You cover her mouth and then like she freezes and she stops screaming and she kind of just looks at you as if to like what to do next kind of thing.
Don't scream.
So she sort of just goes and like nods
And then I let my hand off her mouth.
and she
It was
goes
like a waking up ritual
she's,
for me.
she like screams but like in a whisper like
That's fine. She fits right in.
Do some fire breaths as well to greet the dawn.
Okay.
right.
So where are we headed? I'm still the new guy
South
here, and
to check out the footsteps.
Yeah.
I assume.
well, how many hours ago was that? That was like 4 hours ago, right?
Yeah, but it didn't come here, so
Okay. Do we want to check out the?
it must
rest
have
of this
gone the
room?
other way.
That
There
was
are
the-
a
This
lot of
room.
there are a lot of doors, a lot
Hmm.
of bodies, a dead creature, and some
that a
arrow
chest?
slits.
Is that a chest right there? That might be a chest.
I don't know. Let's explore this area for a little bit now that we're rested up.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for chests. Oh, that
Thaddeus,
could
there's
be
a door.
chest,
Would you
too.
like to do the honors on the door over here? And some
Well,
guys
there's
came
the-
from the northwest too, like above 19.
From where?
Remember the
Oh,
guys
yeah.
came in and from above.
I don't think anybody else knows about that entire half of the fight, actually.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware of the guys pouring out of the wall in 20 there, but I don't know that I know about 19.
We were telepathically linked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we recasting telepathy and water walking
Uh-huh.
before we wander off?
Yeah, I assume we do that at the end of our rest.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have to do it now.
Didn't you have a ritual now too, Thaddeus? I thought you strong-armed Adam has given you one.
Do you include
no
honor
wise
in these
thing.
now? Can you include honor?
Let me
How does that
check.
work?
For what?
For telepathy
Yeah, I
and water
can-
walking?
If as long as it's a willing party member, usually.
It's up to 8 willing creatures, so yes, I can make her.
I don't know how I would decide if someone is willing to do something they have no idea about.
Right.
Like, she doesn't know what you're going to be casting on her.
Yeah.
I can explain.
Like, do you just begin casting something at
I'll
her?
explain to
Or...
her. If it becomes
Please-
clear that she's
please
not
do.
willing, I'll explain what it is.
What does Tim say?
I'm just gonna link
so
our
you wake up in the
minds
morning
together.
and how does the ritual begin? And...
I'm just gonna link our minds together real quick so we can talk using our brains.
Wait a minute. Are we sure we want inside her addle-pated and broken brain?
You share a mind with your horse, mate.
And
Well,
he
looks
really...
very, very confused.
And what, Thaddeus?
Are you implying my horse is as addle-pated as this waif?
Yeah, you're being a bit rude. I think waif was sexist too.
Waif, a small person, thin-boned.
You're a small person! Are you a wife?
Sounds a lot like wife. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean that she's interested in you in that way.
I'm likely throwing each of you into the chasm.
Him first! I showed you the way!
Do you want to consult your horse on that, Thaddeus?
Ulna, like, paces over here and, like, just starts staring at the corpse of the guy that you killed earlier.
Well, this seems to be starting well. I'm glad we greeted the dawn together.
How does Orna... Does she respond to the chanting?
Did she get?
No,
I need your
really.
consent. It's very important.
I don't know what you mean.
It's just a spell.
Does it
Where,
require informed consent? Could you just tell her to say yes? We can move on.
He wants to talk in your head
Will it help us
And-
kill cultists?
and
Yes.
listen to...
Absolutely.
And she just sort of nods feverishly.
And it'll help me keep you out of trouble.
Trouble! And she, like, shrugs and looks a bit confused at that word.
You can just say the last word that I said in my brain instead of in your mouth.
Is it working now?
Mouth? No, I have to chant it for 10 minutes. And so I start...
That's a long
Telepathic
time.
bond! Telepathic bond! Telepathic bond!
As soon as it kicks in, you can just hear me going, mouth, mouth.
She starts, like, gripping her head and, like, falls down to her knees and is like, "Ah."
I look at her and then I say it doesn't get better.
Yeah, I realize that everybody.
Is that in her mind?
Yeah, I say it both simultaneously.
When I
And out
hear him
loud.
say it doesn't get any better, I stop because I realize the bond is kicked in and I shouldn't spam people's minds.
It's like no off button. All right.
You hear, like, a very, like, quiet, telepathic, hello?
No one answers.
Yes, we're here.
And she sort of, like, staggers backwards away from Thaddeus with that booming noise. So.
He would be talking quite quietly because she's nearby.
Yeah, but as she backs away, he gets loud.
Because he's great at that.
Is that just canon? Is that what Thaddeus does? He
Yeah.
doesn't actually use telepathy?
No, he does use
Okay.
telepathy. It's
He does, he
it's
just doesn't
the volume
understand.
of his mind voice is based on the distance. Like he doesn't.
Oh,
Right.
right. Okay, that
So
makes
he has
sense.
to yell at people far away.
Yeah.
And just because I'm not sure how this works, we see the birds' images as a group because of this. Is that right?
I think I relay them.
Okay.
I think
So we don't.
It's like we could talk to Thaddeus' horse,
That's
but
what I
it would
was
have to
wondering
be
about.
through his mind.
Yeah.
Like he's the messenger.
Does horse have a name? Thaddeus?
I'd rather not discuss it.
Can you like go around in another person's head using the telepathy?
You mean
Could
like,
we look in his mind for what his
I
horse
don't-
is called?
I don't think so.
It's only for
You don't
communication.
think so?
Communicate
Yeah.
telepathically.
It says it's only for communication.
Okay.
Kind of like sending somebody a text.
It didn't say like
We
mind
could
reading.
make him think about it though. Like we could trick him into thinking about it, and then he'd communicate what he was thinking, right?
Sure.
I think it's only what he decides to communicate.
Hmm.
I think it's
It's
like,
also
fine.
I spend a
Yeah.
few minutes being pleasant with Thaddeus and try to get him to invite the horse into the conversation.
within range.
Is the horse in
Well, I could just summon it now and bring it here, but I think that would be cruel.
Cruel? Can you elaborate?
Cruel.
Well,
Wait.
it would be in a dungeon miles underground near you people. That sounds cruel to me.
So this is a war horse that you don't bring when you're in danger. So mostly he's just a companion, really. Someone to talk to when you get lonely.
Gonna leave the hut's gone, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk. Is Orna still on my leg?
she just no, she's now just like following you very
Just
closely.
following. Okay. Just say, guys, what are we gonna do? I don't think Orna likes this place.
I think we should, yeah, I'm with Tim. I'll follow Tim. I mean, again, I feel like I haven't earned the right yet to offer ideas or take charge. So I'm just mostly trying to be helpful within the confines of what other people are directing. So I'm with Tim at the door.
All right.
I'll
I
follow.
wonder how many weeks until you work out the rest of us are completely incompetent.
Oh, it's not that. It's how many weeks till I find a better option.
It's fair.
I mean, we're pretty deep underground. And I don't even know where the next adventure, like, recruitment area is.
I mean, if you're upset about being underground, I can mercy kill you like I do the civilians.
Yeah. I was trying to hoping a horse would show up, but I could ride the horse to freedom.
Oh.
Oh.
As we're walking through these rooms, I want to check like the crates and any chests of drawers or actual chests
And
that
do you
we
do that,
see.
Sure.
like, normally opening them, or do you just smash them with a hammer or a sword every time you see one?
I just open them, but I'll use a Tinder Strike like a lever if they're locked or anything.
Okay. There's a tattered grey cloak with feathers in room 20, which is nailed to the middle of the north wall.
Like bird feathers?
Yeah. You remember the You want to roll like a, let's see, wisdom? Just straight wisdom. So when you got, a long time ago when you were attacked by the air cult for the first time, you remember that these look like the feathers off their birds that they were riding?
The Kenku or something?
No.
those
right
were
at the beginning
people.
of the campaign, yeah. When
Right
like,
at the
they
beginning.
attacked you.
Oh, okay.
They were big raveny kind of things, weren't they?
Yeah, they were kind of, yeah.
Giant, oversized raveny rocks. Maybe they were rocks.
Maybe.
Not the kind you bang people with, barbarian.
No, that's the bone flute.
So, in room 6, a large pile of rubble from partially collapsed wall fills the southeast corner of the guard room, while a narrow fissure mars the wall to the north. Despite these failings, the room seems to serve as a barracks, perhaps, or a guard room. There are 4 plain wooden bunks that are arrayed around the room, each with a small footlocker. At the back of an alcove in the northeast wall is an arrow slit.
Okay.
And you're searching this room, are you?
Yeah, we're
See.
searching all the rooms.
And looking for food in 20 there. Maybe a little bit of bread or cheese or something would be
Yeah,
good.
you can definitely get whatever sort of food or rations you might want from there. There's like a cooking stove that was sort of. I guess it's quite cold now because you've slept for 8 hours, but it was like in the middle of being used when you arrived. So the food had just been cooked.
What's potion of greater healing?
Let's see what else there's here.
I think we each burned one during that fight, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we all?
Yeah,
And I didn't mark mine off.
I did. All right.
Ooh, a potion of water breathing.
Potion of 6 rock flakes.
Pouch.
Yeah.
So this is under one bed in one of the lockers.
Okay. All right. Do you want to record those, Dolphin? I guess Thaddeus is
Yeah.
taking the potion of greater healing. That's fine. Presumably it
Or-
heals for 47.6.
Right.
Yep.
Am I taking that? I don't mind.
Sure, do it.
All right.
What is this little chasm? This little indent to the north go?
Okay.
Nice.
Hang on. Okay, so beyond this ledge lies a cavern. Okay, let me reveal it first. Okay. Yeah, I just need to check that there was nothing I needed to not show you. Okay, so beyond the ledge lies a cavern with a ceiling of hanging stalactites 50 feet overhead and a rubble-strewn floor 50 feet below. 5 feet below you, like from the ledge you're standing on, there is another narrow ledge that hugs the wall, wrapping nearly halfway around the cavern, which is like this bit here.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you make a perception check?
I would love to make a perception check. All right.
You can see just a little bit into this room here. And you can see what looks like the back of maybe a statue.
The back of a statue. Okay.
Yeah, like sort of. Yeah.
All right. I see.
Shall we jump over the chasm or walk around the other way?
What about straight across to the northwest where
You wanna is everyone just like at the ledge
No,
together?
I'll do it.
Or is
I'll do it. I will attempt to not reveal myself as I'm doing that. Like try to sneak up to the edge and kind of get a look around without anyone noticing me being there.
Orna and
Sure,
I are
okay.
hanging out in the kitchen,
So you can stealth.
Eating cheese.
eating cheese and bread.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you need to make a check to go on this? So I don't think so. So you can walk. So whereabouts do you go? Show me where you go.
I'm initially making it up to the edge.
All right.
Because then
So
you
I presumed that's where you were already. So I figured
Well,
it
but what's
from
the
that.
distance, isn't it? I mean, like, this is 35 foot, and I have even the
You have-
worst case scenario. I've got 60 foot of dark sight. So
Have you-
I guess
okay.
can I see more of that
So
corner? That's what I'm getting at.
You could probably see. Let's see. Where are we? And then into this room as well, I suppose. Like.
So
there.
when we communicate telepathically, is it just like talking, or are there more information with it? Like, is there like emotion?
I
I
feel
wanna,
like-
I wanna,
Go on.
I wanna know what you smell with my mind. That's important to me.
Okay,
I would-
so
I think
not-
it's just verbal projection.
well, let's
I
assume
think it's verbal.
not. Oh,
But
okay, fine. It's just
I'm not
verbal
sure.
then.
Let's see. It just says communicate, right? So yeah.
All right. Well, then
I mean,
let's,
we-
say, let's
what-
say this is still fairly new to me. I'm not used to this telepathic communication, so a little bit more bleeds through than I necessarily want to communicate. So I am doing my best as a scout to like tell them about what I'm seeing and asking for directions about what they want next. Should I approach? Should I try moving across the ledge to get a better look? And then I'm kind of like you can kind of feel my confusion as I'm directing it, and I'm not sure who to direct it to. And I'm like I initially go to Thaddeus, and then I'm like Orna, and asking the question of like, do we want to go forward? Shall I check?
So
She is
we
the leader.
we all know that you're standing on like the edge of this chasm now. Is
Yeah.
that like so you updated us? Okay, I'm gonna start chanting jump.
I don't think that's a ritual spell.
Orna is just like sat in front of Thaddeus. She's found a dagger on the way, and she's just like gently stabbing at the table over and over. No, just the table in front of her, just over and over and over.
A surgeon too.
Right in front of Thaddeus.
All right.
And she's hitting, like, Kevin, it's not like random, it's just the same point over and over and over.
We need direction from Orna on where we're gonna go.
And every so often she like just like taps her head with the other hand and like keeps stabbing. She's like,
Yeah, she's at least still twice as qualified as anyone else to be leader.
Yeah.
She hits the same spot every time. That's
stab,
Yeah.
stab, stab, stab.
Consistency.
Stab, stab, stab. She's saying this out loud.
Every time
Quite
she
impressive.
stabs,
We
say
remind her
stab,
that she
I
can do
say
that
jump.
telepathically. She doesn't need to say it out loud.
Hey.
Make the voices stop. Stab, 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 stab.
No
Stab,
voices.
stab, stab, stab.
code.
The voices have come back. The voices have come back. Stab, stab, stab.
So you're
Orna.
just alternating hearing stab, jump, stab, jump, stab, jump, stab, jump.
Yeah, so while she's doing this in the back, we can just hear, like, telepathically, jump, 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 jump.
Where do you want to go, Orna? Where are the next cultists?
Away, away from here.
I thought we were here to kill the cultists.
Well, the voices are back. Make them stop.
That
When she says that, I'll stop.
Stab, stab, stab. Dun, 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 dun.
she seems upset by this. I
Those are
dismiss the spell.
those are our voices. No, it's fine.
But no one tells Thaddeus that he's dismissed the spell. So,
No, I can't dismiss the spell.
okay.
Yeah, it just lasts, right? It's not concentration. It's just
Yeah,
on.
just last.
For an hour. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to do my due diligence by asking the leader, and she doesn't seem interested in responding. So then I just default to Thaddeus, and I'm like, Thaddeus, should I? Do you want me to have a bit of a better look at this room with the statues? Should I try to sneak across this hidden path?
Oh, you guys went in this corridor, didn't you? You would have seen this. Hang on. Down here.
Probably.
I feel like we could just walk the way that doesn't take us over a giant chasm.
Do we know they
Like
connect?
this way.
I mean, it looks like.
I'm about to know because I just walked to here.
Okay.
It seems to me that we should check the remainder of the bodies of the foes slain and look for other treasure before we leave this area.
Oh, I have to harvest the land shark. Good call, Thaddeus. And then we'll come back to this room.
I think on anything under a 19, I will jump.
I do believe that you should probably stealth over rather than going through the front door, but let us take care of our immediate business first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay here then, right where I am now, Adam, and with the goal of just looking for any movement or anything that changes as I'm watching.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's everyone else doing?
I'm
room
harvesting
7,
land
room
shark
5.
nails and checking bodies.
I heard what you
valuables.
said, Steve. What did you say? Kevin?
I said room 7, room 5, and any of the like
about-
the undead guy in the hallway.
Like looting them? Or...
Yep, we want to look around, see if there's any chests, see if there's any loot. We want to.
Okay. You make a survival roll, Steve.
Yep.
Did I link this already? Not sure. That was on one of the dudes.
You didn't like that, no.
No.
Okay. The
Sorry,
defaults. So, and then number 5. Let's see. Yeah, there's like light crossbows and like so. There's all the standard equipment that they're carrying that you could pick up, like crossbows, axes, whatever. Be pieces of destroyed plate armor from hammer blows and bolts and things like that.
Okay.
So you get 7 pieces of chitinous armor.
Okay.
From
Who's
the
taking
land
it?
shark.
Is that party loot or
I think that's for Tim's.
That's mine. I keep
Yeah.
that. That's for me.
I'm looking over this undead here, or what I presume is an undead, to try to figure out like if I can place what kind it is.
Okay.
And as he's doing that, I'm saying, yes, that's a great idea. Perhaps sell that to another dangerous wizard.
I'm going to go into the bottom of kind of the south side of room 7, and I'm going to see if I can find any secret doors.
Mm-hmm. You just spend like however long everyone else is doing this. You spend that time like rubbing the wall and like trying to find. You find a really nice shiny rock
Okay.
that's really smooth, but it's in the wall. You have to like maybe pull it out, but like while you're trying to find the doors, you get distracted by this really nice rock.
Okay.
So you can find like you discover he's not actually undead. And
No, now he's really dead.
he's really dead. Yeah.
Fully dead.
At the same time, it just seems like a humanoid that's got like very faded, aged skin for some reason that you can't place.
Okay.
Can I take a look at that and see if it's magical?
Sure.
I'm going to briefly pray over him and say, Moradin, keep this profaned and rotting corpse holy from here forward, and let it raise again to meddle us and require further slaying.
I'd like, with a natural 20 on my religion roll, can I tell if that is a standard prayer to Moradin?
Yeah, you've heard that before.
Okay.
Absolutely. Bereatim can tell that it's probably some kind of magic has done this to him, whether to help or hinder, you can't tell. And whether he was consensual or not either, you can't tell. This is the first time you've seen anything like that in this kind of place.
Tim feels overcome with sadness and thinks maybe even if Chakolth recovers, maybe he would just look like this. Maybe he would never be fully whole again.
Where is Tim? Oh, he's back in the hallway over there.
All right. Well.
What about room 5?
I've shown you everything. Yeah, that you would have found basically.
Excellent. Well, we should cut the part here. Been about an hour. We'll come back in the next part, and maybe we'll make it out of the room that we started in today. I'm excited by that thought. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.